Good evening, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and this is NUFC latest news. How are you, Pete?
Very well, Tony. You?
Yeah, not too bad, apart from being bloody red hot. But yeah, other than that, it's been crazy today, the weather. Before we start tonight's show, I just want to say it's a little bit somber tonight, isn't it? Because obviously, this morning, tragedy struck in Southport. A knifeman went crazy. And obviously, we found out tonight that 2 children have lost their lives. 6 are critical, and 2 adults critical as well, trying to protect the children this morning at a group. What should have been just a nice, normal holiday club for kids. Absolutely disgusting, despicable what's happened. Glad they've got the person involved. Obviously, we don't know the circumstances behind why he's done it, or who he is. But, at the end of the day, our thoughts go out to not only the family of the deceased children, but also the family of everybody involved in that this morning. It must have been absolutely horrendous to have been involved with this morning. So, look, I just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with everybody out there at this bad time at the moment. What about you, Pete?
Awful, isn't it? Too young for kids to lose their lives. Hopefully that person is caught in the throw away the key. Yeah. Well, if you've caught him, if you said they've caught him, throw the key away.
17-year-old he is. This is where we should have capital punishment for people like that. Get rid of them. Mm-hmm. Don't even put them in a cell for life, because why should they live and breathe and get 3 meals a day when it's costing taxpayers a lot of money to keep these people in prison? Bring back the hanging or whatever it is, and just get rid of these people because they don't deserve to spend another day on earth. So anyway, guys, if you do like tonight's show, then please do smash the like. It does help the channel. So follow Sean the Sheep there and smash those likes. If you are new to the channel, come and hit the subscribe. Come be part of this great community. Also hit the bell notification. That tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. This is also stream shared on PD Proudlock's channel as well. So if you're watching on my channel, then obviously if you want to nip over and give Pete a like, and if you're new to his channel, give him a subscribe as well. So there we go.
And just some news, we've hit 2,200 subscribers as well. Thank you so much to everyone for your support. Fantastic as always.
Done. Well done, Pete. Well done. Right, let's get into some comments and then we'll get on to the show. Andrew says, are you all? Yeah, absolutely fine, mate. Hope you're well too. BS says, evening all, heard there's a new 10 Hack supporters club in Tokyo. Mark the Cell, evening all. Good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. Max says, nice bit of reggae to start, law. Yep, that's the tune, mate. It's everybody loves that reggae tune at the start. JK says, evening, everyone. Hope everyone's okay. Yeah, absolutely fine, mate. Hope you're well too. Lawrence says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lawrence. Well, Tom says, evening, lads. Good evening, Tom. Hope you're well, mate. Hi, all, says Carl. White Trout says, well said, Tony. Sympathies to all families involved. Yeah, absolutely. It's just tragic, isn't it? Absolutely tragic. I've got kids myself. I mean, I know they're growing up, but, it's... you send your kids off to holiday club thinking they're safe, and it's just awful. It really is. Carl says, well said, Tony and Pete. Thank you very much, mate. Yep. George says, evening, Pete, Tony, mods and chatters. Good evening, George. Hope you're well.
Good evening, George.
Lawrence says, congratulations, Pete, on your 2,200. Yes. As does JK as well. Brian says, I see Hugh Edwards has been charged. What is it with these BBC hosts? I mean, yeah, we know what he's been charged. He's been charged with with what he's done. It's absolutely disgusting, and it just seems to be. It's all I see where you come from, Brian. It all seems the BBC, but look, I'm sure justice will be served. I'm sure justice will take over, and whatever happens will be done and about. So yeah. Tom says, been watching John's vids in Japan. Looks like, yes, he does, Tom. I mean, he looks like he's having a great time there.
Mhm.
You know, it's probably an expensive country. It looks hugely, massively busy. I mean, I was just saying to Pete before we came on air, you know, it's too busy for me to go there. I mean, it just seems to be a very busy place. But there again, you know, I suppose you get used to it, but it looks a lovely place, by the way. I'd love to go to Japan, if I'm honest. Mick says, big up and happy days, Tony and Peter. Good to see you, mate. Pete says, evening, Tony and Peter. Good evening to you,
Pete.
Evening, Tony and Pete and everyone. Good evening, Lee.
Very well, Lee.
Tom says, more scar than reggae, I'd say. Yeah, there's a bit of scar in there as well, isn't there? Proudy's intro used to burst me eardrums, says Mac. Motta Self says, probably not remember me to said hi to you at the club Friday in the bar.
Ah, yes, I was in the wrestling show.
There you go.
Yes, I do now.
JK says, very frustrating transfer window. It seems we always drag feet out when we should be getting the players we need to get gelling with the squad. I agree. Nice says Lee, about year 2.2k. About time we signed a striker, absolutely. Tokyo twice the size of London, which is mad, absolutely. Yeah. But I bet a lot calmer than, I bet, you know, the crime's not as much in Tokyo as it is in London. It always seems to be London has crime everywhere. And then the crime in the Sadiq Khan as well. I mean, that idiot wants Premier League games to be playing in the US as well. What an idiot. Why did he come out? What's it got to do with the London mayor? And for a starters, the thing is, so that man, I can't stand Sadiq Khan. And, you know, I used to work, where I used to work, we had Indian owners, and they said to me, and I remember them saying it, they said, Boris Johnson was the best mayor they had in London, by the way. And as obviously Sadiq Khan's a fellow Indian, they said they can't stand Sadiq Khan. They said he's ruined it. And they don't know how he keeps getting in. So, you know, I can't stand that bloke. I mean, this is the same bloke that says, when they had a terrorist attack in London, he says, oh, it's just a normal day, isn't it? And they say, what? What the hell's he going on about? You know, it's not just a normal day when there's a terrorist attack. This guy is such an idiot. And nobody can stand him, to be fair. I can't. I mean, what do you think about that, Pete? Playing games in the US? No.
What they expect to do? Fans to fly out?
Yeah.
No.
He wants one home game from each team played in the US.
Oh, nah. I hope that doesn't come to... I really hope that does not happen at all.
That will spoil football for me.
It'll ruin football. How are fans going to be able to afford to fly out to another country week in, week out?
Yeah. BS says Steve Bruce in for the Jamaican job. Wouldn't trust him to manage the Cool Runnings bobsleigh team. I mean, God help Jamaica. God help them. BS says Sadiq Khan gets in because it's rigged. Probably. Andrew says no, he's Pakistani. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why they don't like him then, because, you know, we know Indian and Pakistanis don't like each other. I know that as well, because I had a very good friend who was Pakistani. Tom says, fair enough if you don't like Sadiq Khan, but he's British, not Indian. Well, yeah, he is. He was born here. But, yeah. I just can't see why. Why would you want to play one Premier League game away from here into another country? Why? It's not Major League Soccer. It's the English Premier League, which means it is played in England, not in the US, not in Sweden, not in France, not in Japan, not in Australia.
That's it.
It's the UK. It's England. Like the Scottish Premier League. Do you ever see them in the Scottish Premier League saying, "Oh, we'll do a Celtic Rangers match in the US"? No, absolutely not. Brian says, Pete, you can fly out first class on Paul Gallant's jet. Yeah. I mean, look, let's get into one, the first, obviously, talking point. And obviously, we've seen big bits coming out today from obviously Fabrizio Romano. I mean, look, he's brought stuff out as well. And it concerns this guy here. There he is, Malik Chow.
Yeah.
Now it's Malik Chow. People are like, is it Chow? Is it Chow? But it is Chow. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, apparently the deal for Malik Chow is wide of the market at the moment and is nowhere near to even being completed. There has been little talks, but nothing concrete. What do you make of that, Pete?
At least we know where we stand with it. And again, all these in the know people that say it was done, the deal was so close. Sorry, but you are embarrassing yourselves more and more now.
Yeah.
Because Keep Down, he's also said the same as well. Where are people getting this from?
Yeah.
I'd like to know where they're getting this from to say it's a close deal or it's nearly all done. They're getting worse and worse and worse every time. And they're embarrassing in our fan base as well. Because fans are getting hope, and then we find out what the actual news is, and then our fans are left with eggs on their faces.
It just annoys me, all these people who claim to be in the know that actually know out. The biggest one being Sean Casey, and I don't mind calling him out. Look, we see them put it out there, and then I think Mouth of the Time put it out earlier or something saying we're in talks about Chow, and I'm like, hang on, Keith Downey's just said we're not in talks. Fabrizio Romano's put out there, and the agent's saying it's wide of the mark. So, nobody knows what's going on.
It's just getting embarrassing every time now. Report something decent and worth reporting, or put something out on social media. That's probably worth reporting. Not all this crap. But we know there's nothing officially close at all.
No, there isn't. And also we've heard today of Russell Martin, who is the Southampton manager, that a deal to get Ryan Fraser in is proven very difficult for Southampton. Because
he probably won high wages.
He's on a big contract. Yeah.
Yep.
So, we can't get shot at him in a hurry either.
Nope.
Which I'm a bit disappointed at, to be fair, because I was hoping we would have got him off the wage bill,
Same as me. I thought we would have as well.
Yeah. Now, one thing I see here as well. Now, this amazes me because do you remember we spoke the other night that Chelsea are looking at getting Jorgensen from Villarreal?
Yep.
Now they're in for another goalkeeper called Mike Penders, who was born in 2005, so he's 19 and he plays at Genk. Nothing's been agreed, but Chelsea are looking at him as well. How many keepers do Chelsea want? Because they've got Sanchez, they've got Petrovic.
Yep.
They're going to have Jorgensen and they're going to have this guy. I mean, yes, they're saying Fabrizio Romano's reporting that this one's going to be a one for the future and it won't impact the Jorgensen deal. But I mean, how have Chelsea spent all this money?
It's crazy.
It is. It's absolutely crazy.
Simon says Kepa. Did he not leave Chelsea?
Oh, there's Kepa. Yeah, he went on loan to Madrid. So yeah, there's Kepa as well. Yes,
just have a look.
About him.
Is he still out on loan? Was it
no,
definitely
he went on loan. Yeah,
yes, he went on loan. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
but I feel he's probably going to leave them. But still, how many keepers have they got?
Talking about 6 now, then, because you got Robert Sanchez.
Yep.
You got Petrovic.
Jorgensen. There you go.
Jorgensen's going to be coming in. If this Pendas comes in, that's 4 straight away. Then Kepa Arrizabalaga, then that's 5. I'm sure they've got another one, but they're probably youth keepers. But it's just getting ridiculous with Chelsea, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. Just nip into some comments and see what people are saying. Tom says it's stupid. He's saying it because NFL and baseball games are played in London, bringing revenue, but it's all wrong. And football should not follow suit by all means. Play pre-season games. Exactly, Tom. I totally agree with you, mate. I don't want to see Premier League games going abroad. Why? Why do we need them to? NFL and baseball are franchise sports, aren't they? And, you know, they're big sports. And, yeah, okay, they travel, same as American football. But Premier League is unique to England. Yeah. It's English football. And I don't want to see English football taken out of the country.
Neither do I.
Last season we played pre-season over in the States against Brighton, Villa, Chelsea.
That's different. That's pre-season.
Yeah, that's better. But you can have a pre-season competition in America, but you don't have to.
No, you don't. You do not have the league there.
Carlos says Con is not a tosser end off. 9 a.m. tomorrow, D-Day for the third kit. Well, where's the second kit? But then again, I have seen a rumour going around that in Canada you can buy the second kit, but apparently there's been supply issues with the UK, and that's why the second kit's not out yet. So
the fake,
that's only rumours, Pete. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know, but the fake kit, it's definitely coming out tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Well, that's a bit strange. Where's the second kit? Why aren't they saying anything?
Well, it's strange because a couple of seasons, the season we finished fourth. The third kit was released before the away kit.
Yes, it was. So maybe they're just doing it that way. Or maybe there is a supply issue. Maybe people might be, John says, hi guys, sorry I'm late. Oh, nice to have you on board, mate. Mark says there's been very little transfer acting in the Premier League. Yeah, there hasn't been, has there, to be honest with you. Hi, John says, call. Brian says, think these in the nose. I saw Pete's tweet before I love them up because they're full of it. They are. They're absolutely full of BS. That's why I always say, when we do a transfer show, right? We do a transfer show because we're looking at players that are linked to the club through the media.
Yep.
These players might not actually end up at the club, but we look at them. We look at their strengths. We look at their weaknesses.
That's it.
But we're not going to go out there and lead people up the garden path by saying, by the way, this player will be in a Newcastle shirt next week. I wouldn't make myself be a fool like that. And why would you want to do that? You know? So I've always based my channel on being honest to everybody and open and saying, look, that's why I always say we are not in the nose. We are just looking at the media. The same as Paul does on TTR. He does the same. He has to keep saying, this is only media links we're looking at. We are not in the nose, you know? And when you've got the likes of Casey and other ones out there who think they know what they're talking about. I mean, how many transfers does Casey get right? Because to me, I don't think he gets any of them right, unless he might get the odd one or two. But other than that, I don't think he gets a lot right. Some of the media are full of it, says Lee. Absolutely, mate. Simon says, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't buy Shalaba. Lol. I don't want him. I don't want Shalaba. I don't rate him. And why should we give Chelsea money to help them out?
Exactly.
Peter says, do you think the lack of signs is down to not knowing what's happening with the manager? Do you know what? Well, I've said this for a long while. And look, we know there was a thing the other day that apparently he's had clear the air talks, Eddie Howe. This is what Luke Edwards said. He's had clear the air talks with Newcastle United. But I still think, remember, the applications for the England job close on Friday. So I think it could be the fact that Eddie Howe is still maybe angling for England. Maybe the owners know this, and maybe this is why signings aren't coming in case if Eddie does go, then obviously a new manager comes in. You might not want the players that we have signed then. So, you know, that's probably why we're hanging back. Or we could just be hanging back on purpose. We don't know. They could be talking to players right now that we don't know about. And then all of a sudden there'll be a surprise. Do you know what I mean? Look, go back to Harvey Barnes last year. when Eddie Howe said that deal wasn't even close yet. Harvey Barnes was in the next room to him doing the media duties for NUFC TV. But Eddie Howe said he didn't know they weren't even close. So look, when they stand there with a black and white shirt on, scarf above their head, and it's been officially announced by the club.
That's when you see it.
Yeah, there is a guy out there called Percy Kohler who pretends to be Newcastle and puts stuff out there. You've got to look at this username. But when Newcastle put out there, they've got the yellow tick. And look, when there's anybody comes in, they will do that. I mean, look, I know we've been linked to Kubo, but do you know what I'm going to say here? Wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden he
comes out the blue.
I'm not saying we did. I'm not saying we are buying him, but I'm just saying wouldn't surprise me if we just automatically say in Japan, oh, by the way, look, he has Kubo. He's just joined Newcastle United. And everybody be like, what? So I'm just saying, it could be a surprise. Like Isak was a surprise. We all thought the Joe Pedro deal was done. And then that went quiet.
Yep.
Things went quiet on that. And then all of a sudden, Isak. So,
yep.
Yeah. Look, we just wait with interest. And remember, there's still plenty of time in the window. There's still another 4 weeks to go this window. It closes 4 weeks on Friday, so we've got plenty of time to make signings.
That's it.
I wouldn't panic at the minute.
No.
Foxy says people thought Milan were going to let 4 centre-backs go and be happy with just Pavlovic coming in. So many fell for it. Yeah, they won't sell all that. They won't get rid of too many. Brian says, no, it's close, although I could see a Chelsea player coming in. Kepa says, Simon. Oh, that was earlier on. The manager will be sacked in 2 months. He plays a very high line. I've said this for a long... I don't think
he'll last as well. Well, I know it's pre-season, but you're getting beat off Celtic. Celtic of all teams.
Yeah, 4-1 as well.
4-1.
I mean, absolutely embarrassing if Ian Fleming's in the chat tonight. I mean, Ian, you must be loving that.
Who's the first game of the season? Oh, it's Manchester City.
Manchester City must be licking their lips. Simon says there's talk of swapping caps for Jorgensen plus cash. I could see that happening because, John Sinclair. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Middle of the night where you are now, because, I mean, you're 7 hours ahead. So what? It must be early morning, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I just put it. It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, he says, big up, Tony and Pete. Love to be on this show tonight, but in Tokyo, brilliant show. 38 degrees Celsius in Tokyo. Nearly 5 a.m. here. These ITKs yet again known out. We need signings now, or we'll be behind. Big season for us, for Eddie Howe. Yeah, absolutely, John. Absolutely, mate. And the thing is, John, yes, I hope you're having a great time, by the way. We haven't quite had 38 yet, but it has been about 30 degrees here today. It's absolutely red hot. It's still boiling hot now, John. And it's like 3 minutes to 9 at night. And it's still 23 degrees outside. So that's how hot it is here. And it's supposed to be hot again tomorrow. But stay safe, John, in Tokyo.
Yeah, having a good time, John.
But glad to see you enjoying yourself and, enjoy the games as well.
That's it.
Peter says we have 6 keepers on our tour in Japan. I thought it was 5 we had over there. Almost been under 21 keeper.
And Dubravka's gone as well.
Yeah, but this is what gets me, Pete. Why is Dubravka gone on that trip for when
he wants out the club?
Rid of him? Yeah.
I don't know.
The rough yard Benician says, according to transfer market, Chelsea have spent 88 million euros so far, but sold 101 million of players. Well, there you go. That's why they can do it. We just haven't got players. Well, we have got players, but the ones we do want to sell wouldn't fetch anywhere near 101 million.
No.
We have to stay up to 1 a.m. just to watch us play in America. So yes, I remember that last year because I remember doing a pre-match show. I think it was like 12:15 midnight or something, and then I stayed up to like 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the game as well. Yeah. Thankfully, it was a weekend, so I was able to sleep in a bit. Second kit stuck in a container, says Simon. John says, even everyone enjoy the show, but I'm trying to sleep here. The weather is brutal, but loving it. Keep up the good work and have a fab evening. Yeah, you too, John. You too, mate. There's a national shortage of hoops. It's quality issues for the second kit, according to rumours. Oh, okay.
Right, okay.
I guess we'll find out, but at least one's coming out tomorrow. I mean, also tomorrow, there's supposed to be, the tickets are going on, whatever tickets were left from the Southampton game are supposed to be put on sale tomorrow. But will they put them on sale tomorrow if the ballot for the Tottenham game's out tomorrow as well? That's the thing.
Probably will do.
Or do you think they'll leave that on Wednesday doing the Southampton tickets?
Dunno.
I've not seen anything advertised on them.
We've just got to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
They're looking for the resale of the Southampton tickets, Tony.
Yeah, well, if they've got them on tomorrow, then I'll sit online and wait for them, yeah.
Yeah. Because you can guarantee someone will put someone on if they kind of make the game.
Well, I don't think these are resale. I think what they do is they give so many out on the ballot to the members, and then they'll keep so many back just to put on general sale. Or remember, no, it's a member sale again tomorrow. It's a member sale tomorrow, but then, and then if there's not all them bought, then they go on general sale. But they never get to, they never really get to general sale, to be honest.
Rough Eats just put tickets on sale now Wednesday on website. Tickets on sale now on Wednesday.
Yeah. Ian Toon Trader, all right, lads and lasses. Good evening, Ian. I hope you're well, mate.
Ian, hope you're well.
Canny Vince John says, Tom, yeah, absolutely, Tom. He's cracking videos. I read Tony and Pete, hope you're well, mate. Yeah, absolutely, we're well. Ian, hope you're well too, mate. Simon says, anyone reckon the links for Nico Gonzalez a smoke screen for another signing behind the real transfer like Barella to Tonali last season? I mean, do you know what, Simon? It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. You just don't know. You just don't know who's coming through the door. And that's the thing, you know. It's not like we used to know now, but now we just don't find out who's coming in. And look, we've had it many a time, like you say, Barella. Nicola Barella was the favourite to come in last season. Everybody thought he was signing. And then Tonali walks through the door. So, yeah, it could be a smoke screen. It could be us putting media spin out there just to make them think, all right, okay, we'll say this name's coming in, and all of a sudden, boom, it's somebody else.
That's it.
So again, we'll find out. Ian Fleming, hi Tony and PD. Hi Ian.
Well,
Ian, were you happy with Celtic's 4-1 victory over Chelsea the other night? I mean, by God, honestly, what a victory that was, Ian. Mark says there's nothing coming out of the Newcastle since the Saudis. No, takeover. No, absolutely not. Not at all. Seen Arsenal linked to some to Sony. Imagine if it was us linked to a Saudi player. Imagine the uproar. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would be. You know, I mean, look, we've seen like Diaby going to Saudi for 60 million quid, and if we were to sell Almiron for say 40 million quid to Saudis, there would be uproar because people would say, "Oh, he's not worth 40 million quid. He's not worth that." So that's what they would do. So, yeah. Lee says, "Where's the main man, Mason?"
Not sure what Mason's doing tonight. It's on your channel,
don't know. Yeah. All right, John. How many Japanese strippers you had up to? Jesus. Tom says Percy Cole's not doing it at all, though. He was doing the Big Frank Chipper thing for years before Big Frank Chipper. Yeah, I mean, Chipper, I think he's funny as hell. I mean, he said we had a round of it. He says we're going to have a round of applause on the 72nd minute on Saturday in memory of Alan Pardew's headbutt on David Myler. And I thought that was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it'd be a massive PR coup if we announced a major sign in Japan. Tony Mate says, Ian, imagine the shirt sales if we made a big storm. That's what I'm saying, Ian. If we sign someone like Kubo, can you imagine in Japan the shirt sales will go through the bloody roof, and that's a thing.
Certainly would.
You know. It's just over 2 months into the season when we play Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, look, right. We're going to talk about this guy a minute, okay? Where is he? There he is. Kieran Trippier. Right, we know he's gone on holiday to Dubai, and obviously fans spotted him at the airport, took a photograph, and off to Dubai, Mr. Trippier went.
Yep.
But then we saw a photo come out on Saturday night on his Instagram, which says a good meeting at Tom Spring 44 at the Nobu Atlantis in Dubai, which is a high-class restaurant. Now, Tom Spring is a scout, I believe, at Fatiak, however you pronounce it. Now, according to Ben Jacobs, they're not even interested in Kieran Trippier.
Okay.
But then, or he's not on their radar, apparently. El Atifak. Right, so, anyway, I'll say the Saudi Arabian club. So, if he isn't on their radar, why is Kieran Trippier having a meeting with a scout from that club on Saturday night, Pete? Why is he having a meeting with a scout? Does it not seem strange?
Does seem a little bit, but again, could it just be he's just having a holiday and he's just meeting up with us, just having a catch up, meet up, just for food and drink?
Yeah.
It could be anything.
I mean,
that's it. Yeah, it could be.
I mean, it doesn't stop the tongues wagging, though, Pete, does it?
It doesn't.
But there again, it could be another thing. It could be spin from that club to Ben Jacobs that they're not interested, to keep other clubs off.
Could be.
You know? I mean, look, I've still got this feeling Trippier's going before the end of the window. I've got this feeling he'll be gone. Because I think even if they did come, I'm just saying, if they did offer 20 million, there's no way our owners will turn that down.
No.
Not for what we paid for him, and he's been great for us, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe we haven't just gone for one more from Brentford. I mean, yeah, it's a good point.
Are we in for him in this window?
I mean, there is rumours going around that we've only got 60 to 70 million pounds to spend in the window. But how do these people know how much we've got? I don't know.
I don't know.
Bruno, Isak and Gordon were all brought during the last week. Yeah, they were. Yeah, absolutely. People pissing and moaning about the atmosphere at Hull is annoying me. I was there and it was class. So many lads who travel, who have their kids with them for the first away day, was class to see. Ian, do you know what it is? I mean, I watched it and I thought the atmosphere was really good. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know why people are moaning. Yeah, I don't know why people were moaning. I could hear the fans all game singing. So, yeah, I agree with Ian. I don't know. Mm-hmm. These people that say there was no atmosphere, what game did they go to? Did they go to a non-league game and got the wrong game?
Oh, shit, grief.
Wednesday, Southampton tickets will include tickets that are kept back for resale of season ticket holders. Okay, who can it go? Arsenal linked to Dubravka, apparently. Are they? Right. Okay, Arsenal, 20 million quid, you can have them.
Yep.
We may get 40 quid for Miggy if we're lucky, says Mag Debate. Absolutely. I was only taking the P. But what I'm trying to say is, if we sell a player overinflated, we'll be under investigation. That's what I'm saying.
No, we will. That's it.
Cool. 40 quid means 200 quid in FFP. That Saudi club he met was one of Eddie Howe's old coaches. Okay.
Oh, well, there you are then.
Oh, there we are then. Okay, then that's possibly why there was meeting up then. Maybe Trippier's asking what good players have got there. Trips has been an amazing servant to the tune and a major part of getting players in. He can do whatever he wants from me, and I will still love the lad. Absolutely. And I mean, look, if he wanted one big last payday and wanted to go to Saudi, do you know what? I haven't got a problem with that, because he's been a terrific leader. He's been brilliant since the day he came in. You know, his leadership qualities has been there to say, the way he's helped everybody, the way he welcomed Tonali last year as well when he came to the club. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't. There's not a bad word against Kieran Trippier. I'm sorry, there isn't. Joe says, well said, Ian, if he wants the final big payday, does it? Absolutely. Absolutely. If he's putting it out there that he's having a meeting, he's been told he can go, that's all good for me, absolutely. That's Ian Lee talking. And Simon says, can't believe Arsenal are rinsing Fulham for 35 million for Smith Rowe with all these injuries. I mean, yeah, we were linked to him, weren't we? And he's a bit Fulham now, so. But there again, he might go to Fulham and he might be injury free and he might be playing well.
He's not a bad player. He came through well from the Arsenal Academy into the first team.
Yeah. There was a Brighton fan put on Twitter saying he just wanted to thank Newcastle United for selling Minty to them, because he says what a terrific player he looks, even though it's only pre-season.
Wait till he's in the Premier League.
And he says he would have thought Newcastle fans would have would have had a right go at him. But he says all Newcastle fans being fantastic, they're all saying, we're gutted we've had to let him go because we would like to have seen what he done. And do you know what
again,
it is?
We had no choice.
No. But there again, if this kid has a great season in the Premier League next year, we're good. I hope we've got a buyback clause in this.
Hopefully we do.
Because if that kid plays well next season, we're going to think, Jesus, look what we've had to let go of. You know,
it's all this PSR shite.
It needs to be sorted out once and for all.
Get rid of it.
Trips as a glue, says Ronald. Absolutely. What did you think of Sanusi? Don't know if he's talking to us or... Oh, Sanusi. Oh, sorry. Yes, I know who you mean now. Yes, Trevor Sanusi. I thought he was terrific when he came on. I thought he looked very skillful. Okay, he probably does need a bit more filling out. But look, we know it's only pre-season. But again, it was great to see him come on. Harrison, I thought Harrison done okay when he come on. You know... Turner Cook came on. Look, yeah, it was great to see, but I think Sanusi looks the right talent, and you know,
I do.
He gets himself in the gym and just builds his muscles up a bit more. I think he could be a cracking player in years to come. Just seen on Sky that the two are 8 and AC Milan are 8 million apart in valuation for Chow. Yeah, maybe there might be some way we can sort that out with him. Ian says, I thought he looked the best of the youngsters. He's only 17. Absolutely, Ian. I thought he was terrific. I thought he looked very tricky on that left wing as well. Give their defence something to think about. Simon says, we can't complain with what we didn't have in the first place with Minty. He just needs must and we need the money. Absolutely.
And to keep the Premier League happy.
Yeah. There's no buyback clause. It would have come out to soften the blow if there was. It was just basic PR. Not what we need. Is that the matey when he's got on his photograph now?
I can't tell who it is.
I don't know. Lawrence says, reminds me a bit of ESM sorting the Youth Cup versus Bournemouth, even if we lost 5-0. Yeah, I mean, he's a talent, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was sharp as fuck, and annoying little waspy feck. Yeah, absolutely. He was giving their defence a run around. That's for sure. Right, there's one thing I want to talk about here, and it may sound a bit controversial, but we also, well, I don't know, some people might have thought, some may not have, depends if you're on Facebook or not, or whatever. Right. Involves Lewis Miley. Now, on Facebook yesterday, there was a post came up on that the one with our children. Now, I don't know if they knocked on his front door or when he'd come back from shopping or whatever and knocked on his car window. But he got out and had a photograph with her kids. Now, she's getting a lot of stick for this on social media. Now, rightly so, I think. Now, why I'm going to say I think rightly so she gets a lot of stick for it is because, look, what I don't agree with, and maybe people may, say I'm talking wrong here, but I think I'm right what I'm saying. But should we be going where players live and waiting for them to turn up in their cars, or knocking on their doors to say, "Oh, can my kiddies have a photograph for you?" To me, absolutely not. I don't think it's right. Because one, does it go down the stalking side? But two, not only that, players have lives outside of football, and they should be able to just get on with their lives as they normally would on a day-to-day basis. If you want photographs of players, either wait at the training ground or go to the football ground on a Saturday afternoon when they're coming in from their cars. To me, I found it a bit creepy, if I'm honest, and I didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it either. Some people said it was fine for what you've done. I didn't agree with it personally. What's your thoughts on it, Pete? Did you see it?
I haven't actually, but if I don't agree with that, particularly if it's people's houses as well. No. That's not right at all. Fair enough, it was somewhere like the training ground and St. James's, just any random public place. Just not where people's houses or people just going up to them, ask them to sing in their cars. No, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, and I just thought to me that was a no. I thought, as I say, people may back me on this. They may say actually it was harmless. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was nice of him to have the photograph with the children. He could have said no, I'm not, but he didn't. And he's obviously had them. But I just think if players have got their lives outside of football, let them have their private lives. And if you want to see them at the training ground or see them on a Saturday afternoon when we're at home at St. James's Park.
Yeah.
I'm just going to nip into some comments here and see what Tom says. Tricky Dicky Masters man, he'll get found out. Absolutely, Tom. I'm just waiting for the day he does get found out, and I'm sure he will do. So that man is as dodgy as hell. He's worse than Del Boy. Lawrence says, for all the potential Minty has, some people also need to understand that there's no guarantee he'll come anywhere near reaching it. Look how good, like Aaron's was his team. Yeah, do you know what? You're absolutely spot on. I mean, look, Aaron's looked good as a teenager, but
good.
He didn't get anywhere.
Just got riddled with injuries. That was his problem.
Yeah. I mean, look, Minty might come good, he might not, but at the end of the day, it's good business. If he doesn't come good, then we're all right. Our BS profile is Reg Holdsworth from Curry. All right, okay then.
Oh, don't watch Curry, so.
Well, he's dead now, that guy, I think, isn't he? God bless his soul. All this FFP is destroying English football. This is absolutely spot on, Ronald. And I've said this for a right. Well, Ronald, if it's going to continue the way this is, eventually I'll just lose interest in football because I'm just sick of it. Every day it's like PSR dominates this, the FFP's dominating that, and it's like, do you know what? You're seeing our fans saying as our former owner back in charge now because of the signings we're trying to make. And look, the thing is, at the end of the day, the owners have money to burn, but they can't use it. They can't just go out there and spend it, and that is the problem, and something needs to give and something needs to change. And also, just more importantly, the FA Premier League have sent out their rule booklets, and the booklets are still designed on the same rules for sponsorships on the fair market value. So by the looks of things, there's been no answer yet on the Man City case that they took against the Premier League. So maybe we're still waiting for an answer for that. Yes, I agree, Tony, completely. I remember that photo of Sinclair where Bruno looks terrible.
Well, I was at the training ground, though.
Training ground, yeah, absolutely. If you let one do it, the rest will follow. Absolutely. John says, no, spot on, Tony, not the place to accost them. Absolutely. I mean, look, if you've got a potential player coming to the club and they see a photo like that on, on social media, are they then going to be put off coming to the club thinking, oh God, do the fans actually turn up to your house, and at the end of the day, that let them have their private lives. Lisa's totally agree with you, Tony. Lawrence says there's wanting to meet players, but then they're stalking them and doing stupid things like blocking them when they're coming out the training ground.
Don't agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tom says that's not fair. Knocking on their door, if you bump into them in the supermarket and ask politely, they're okay, fair enough. But to go to their house, that's not on. Absolutely. I mean, look, when I lived in Durham, I remember when Warren Barton was in Sainsbury's, in the Honeston Centre of Durham, and I was just casually walking around doing my shopping, and I just happened to bump into him. I spoke to him. I said, hello, Warren, are you okay? And he said, yeah, I'm fine. He says, how are you? And, that was it. And, look forward to the game at the weekend, and he was happy to spend 5 or 10 minutes just chatting to you, but that's the difference when you, bumping them like that. But when you like going to the houses, I don't agree with, So obviously when I used to live in Durham, I used to go there. I was a member at the Durham Cricket Club as well, so I used to talk to plenty of people. Even my ex-wife said one day, "Who's that guy you're talking to at the door?" And I says, "Oh, it's Liam Plunkett. He plays for Durham." But that's the thing, But yeah, but no, there's no. You should not be going to the houses. Absolutely not.
Nope.
Keep the players nice, private and safe, says Ronald. Absolutely. What happened? I missed what Tony said. Did someone tweet out? It was outside his house. I mean, I don't know I think what she's trying to say is he's just come back from shopping in his car. He was in his car or something, and they knocked on the window and asked him if he wanted to have a photograph for the children. I can't find the actual post now. I can't remember where. I just absolutely saw it yesterday. But I was just absolutely gobsmacked by it, and I just thought, that's a no-no straight away. I'm sorry. Ian says, my uncle lives in Tanfield, and he knows the Maley family, and they're all about the community. But Lewis picks up his brother from school every day. He's around and speaks to everyone, from what I'm told. I mean, yeah, that's different, Ian. I mean, yeah, absolutely. But when it comes down to stuff like going to the houses, I don't agree with that. That's the only thing that I'm saying. Tom said, I tell you what, I can't stand Ben's with signs at the match. Can I have your shirt so entitled? The real villains are the arsehole adults who put them up to it. Yeah, I agree, Tom. I mean, look, my daughter got Kevin Nolan's training top when we went to Scunthorpe. Because she said, oh, when he's top. And I said, well, ask him when he comes down to get the ball. And she went, I don't want to ask him. So she says, will you ask him? And I thought, obviously some kids are shy, and my daughter was shy at the time. She didn't want to ask him. This was a weird Scunthorpe at Glanford Park. So he come down, picked the ball up, and as he just ran, I shouted Kevin, and he looked. And I says, my daughter says, can I have your training top? And he went, yeah, of course you can. And he took it straight off and says, there you go, darling. Straight away, really nice guy. And then as soon as he gave that, somebody asked Stevie Harper for his jacket, but a little kid, and Stevie Harper gave him it. But, at the end of the day, I don't like the signs up matches. I think that looks a bit tacky, to be honest, Dad. I just don't agree with the signs, but yeah, absolutely. What about you, Pete? Do you agree with them signs?
Bit strange, aren't they?
Yeah. Bias says, selling the right winger for 35 million, buying one for 50 or 60 million. That's sustainability. Ruffyhead says, don't agree with that. People need to have private lives in their own homes. Absolutely.
They certainly do.
Selling is a full amount on the books, buying split over the 5 years of the contract. Yeah, absolutely. Knocking on doors takes the piss like completely different. Tony, absolutely in. When you ask the lasses for their tops, you get banned. Too much sexism in football, says Beer. I mean, there again, but you go back to the Euro final, look what Chloe Kelly done, and it shocked everybody, didn't it? Because as soon as she scored the winner against Germany, she took her top off. And she said that she had that celebration planned all along. And you know what? Good for her. Good for her doing it. Tom says, I spur the moment is okay, but the convoluted ones where they have planned it. Yeah, absolutely. Tom, absolutely agree with that one. I mean, now we know the club are in Japan, the land of the rising sun, where Mr. Sinclair is at the moment. And today we saw this picture come out with
there he is.
Joe Linton and Bruno reunited again.
26 hours flight for Bruno as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's fantastic. These two back together again.
Yep.
If these two can stay fit together all season, we could be in for a terrific season, Pete, couldn't we?
I believe so, yes.
Joe Willett looks like he's getting back to fitness as well, doesn't he? So
that's good.
We saw him pictured on the plane yesterday, but everybody's thinking, what's Popey doing behind because he's got no top on? Have you seen the picture?
Oh yes, Popey looks like he's topless, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know what Pope was doing, unless he's just living the Mile High Club. Jam Stasher said, I don't understand fans that want pro tennis players sweat soaked bath towels after matches. That looks like my backside after last night's curry, mate.
Oh,
the land. Jesus Christ, Ian.
The Japanese flat. Oh,
I thought that was photoshopped. No, the club put that out. But yeah, at least they're back together now. Let's look back at Saturday's game, Pete. I mean, look, we played Hull. It was a pre-season friendly. The defending for both goals was absolutely shambolic, to be honest. I mean, a great cross from Murphy, and Isak got on the end of it and popped it in the net.
Yep.
Then Murphy's goal. I mean, Harvey Barnes got nowhere near it, but
more of a cross, wasn't it?
Where was the keeper in the defending? You know, it was very poor. It was. I mean, we controlled that game 2-0 up.
We did. Yeah, we did.
I mean, what did you make of those two goals? Shambolic defending?
Poor defending. Got Isak right place at the right time. Murphy was more of a cross, wasn't it? But the keeper was just in no man's land. Looked like he's seen a ghost.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
But one thing I do want to touch on, and please don't jump on me, anybody, because this is my observations and this is how I see it. Now, I'm going to talk about Harvey Barnes here. Now, Harvey Barnes, okay, he was okay on Saturday, okay-ish anyway, but then he seemed to just drift out of the game. Now, the way I look at Harvey Barnes, and I know he had an injury last season, which kept him out for months when he went out that Sheffield United game, and then obviously Gordon came on, and after that, Gordon just went on from strength to strength after that game, and and became the best English left winger in the Premier League. But Harvey Barnes, the way I look at Harvey Barnes, I think he's a good player, by the way. I think he's a cracking player, Harvey Barnes. He's got a good eye for goal. But I think the role best played for Harvey Barnes is, I think he's better as an impact sub. Now, remember when he came on against West Ham and he scored the 2 goals and got us that win, which we had no right in getting. But I do think as an impact sub, Harvey Barnes is a better player. But if he plays a full game, he just seems to just drift out of the game, and then he just doesn't. He just seems anonymous at times.
Again, is it due to a lack of game he's had as of late? Because the injury.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe just needs a bit more fitness. Could well be. Let's see how he does in the rest of pre-season.
Would you not say he's more of an impact sub, though, Pete?
It's hard to say. He can be, yes, yeah. But he has been. But I want to see. He deserves more an opportunity next season.
But then he's got to get past Gordon to do that.
Well, true. That's it.
You know, I mean, we'll see how he gets on next season, Harvey Barnes. I still think there's a lot more to come from Barnes.
Oh, yeah, I believe we've not seen the best of him yet.
So hopefully his pre-season will finish and he'll have a great pre-season. Then, you know, who knows? He could even, to be honest with you, he could even, you know, it could be where we rotate him and he plays Carabao Cup games, but Gordon's kept for the Premier League, you know.
Could be.
So we got Paul Gallant's Vauxhall Motor.
I know who it is.
We know who. Very good evening. I don't know where my owner is. Does anyone know where Rushworth is?
I know who it is.
Yeah. Foxy says Steve Brooks holding talks with Jamaica to be their new national man from the channel.
Who do you think it is,
yeah,
Tony?
Is it Bia Bacon?
No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, Foxy, I mean, look, I feel sorry for the Reggae boys having Bruce as manager. Jesus. What could be worse?
Oh.
You'll be asking him if there's a Greg, sir. You'd be in Kingston. You think you'll be UB40 singing Kingston Town? Yeah, says that's Mason. Everyone else says Rushcliffe. It's Mason.
It was Mason, yes.
Good evening, lads. Oh, well, I suppose he's just getting it out there. Gary D says, good evening, lads. Good evening, Gary. Hope you're well, mate. I mean, look, there's a lack of silence. Let's be honest.
There is.
I mean, Vlachodimos come on. He pulled off a good save on Saturday.
Did
as well. Even though it was offside. So I mean, look, we'll have to see how he does next season. Premier League are supposed to be investigating that transfer now, aren't they? Because, you know, we paid 20 million for him and Elliot went there for 35 million and I don't know.
I don't know.
How can they investigate that? What's wrong? Go and investigate Chelsea and Villa, where Villa sold a player for 20 million quid who's not even worth £1 million. He's only had 36 minutes in the Premier League.
Yep.
So why isn't that one being looked at?
I can tell you.
Because it's corrupt, the Premier League.
Yep.
Ronald, I think if I get on a plane before we even start taxiing, I'm asleep 7 hours straight, no problem in cattle class.
Oh.
How's the beer can? Beer says, if you're his Vauxhall Motor, is that because you want him inside you? Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Beer. Do they do kebabs in Jamaica like? I don't know. I've never been, but they probably do, to be fair. Have I missed something? Has Garth Tappage got a new job? No, he's in talks with Jamaica for the national team job. I just hope to see sense and see jog on. The Premier has become the big joke now, says Lee. It is, absolutely, Lee. It's just getting ridiculous now for all these investigations. Why don't they go and look at why Chelsea sold their own women's team to themselves and hotels to themselves?
Yep.
But no, nothing will be said about Chelsea. Now, I bet if we owned a hotel and we sold that to ourselves, I bet there would be something said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's the way it goes, isn't it? But yeah, you're absolutely right, Lee. The Premier League is becoming a bit of a joke at the moment, mate.
Really is.
It's just, I mean, Ronald says that Chelsea can buy their own ladies' team and sell their hotels. Yeah, to the holding company. Exactly, and it's wrong, isn't it? It's absolutely wrong. It stinks of corruption. There's a lot of talk going on about Amanda Staveley trying to buy into Tottenham.
Is there any proof on that?
I don't know, but apparently that's being rumoured. How would you feel about if she was bought into Tottenham? Would you feel that would be a kick in the teeth to us, or would you say no, well, good luck to her, because she knows if she goes to Tottenham, it's a more ready-made club where the turnover's higher?
I don't know. It's a hard one, isn't it?
Or do you think she could go out and get an ownership for Everton?
Oh. I don't know.
Ruffyard says the investigation report has come from a very unreliable source. They have picked up on warnings the Premier League saying they will look at all signings. Yeah. Amanda can't stand Levy. No, she can't. What is the rules for one and rules for another? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at Ratface. He deliberately held back paying for Dan Ashworth, and it's proved why he held back, because he was hoping we would fail our PSR deadline and that we would get a points deduction. So it didn't work. It backfired on him, and he still ended up paying 10 million for Ashworth. So, you know, thank you for your £10 million, Mr. Ineos. Now you can go back to sleeping in your car again because you can't afford a bed for that now. Well, yeah, because he's had to give 10 million, hasn't he? So, I mean, we've got I don't know much about these Japanese teams coming up, Pete, so...
Neither do I.
Don't follow J-League football, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, as I said, pre-season's all about fitness, and even if we don't beat these teams and we only end up with 2 draws, it's not the end of the world. It's not like we're fighting for points. They're only pre-season. As I say, get the players' fitness up, ready for the start of the new season. You know, we've got the Salah Cup coming up as well, which will be very exciting. I know you're going to that as well, Pete.
Yep.
Are you going to watch the ladies versus AC Milan?
Absolutely, I am.
That should be a cracking game, shouldn't it?
Yes, can't wait for that one.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be. It should be canny. You know, you just think when Chelsea have sold hotels, could we not sell our fan zone to somebody and get the money for that? Could we not sell it to seller and say to the seller, do you want to buy the fan zone? You know, we know you're putting your name on it as a sponsor, but buy the fan zone and pay us a shitload of money.
That's it.
But then the Premier League will probably look into that as well. Oh, Jesus, beer. Do you guys reckon Sinclair will come back with a Yoko Ono-like bird? Jesus, beer.
Okay.
Lawrence says, sorted my ticket for the Girona game earlier today. Nice one, Lawrence. Ruffyard says, the report was acting as an intermediary for the Middle East investors looking to invest 500 million into football via her company. Spurs were mentioned, but ES Monaco was mentioned as a possible takeover. Maybe it's that then. Yeah. I would prefer if she went abroad rather than doing something in this country. I don't think she would either. Peter, how do you think the ladies will do without Amanda's help, says Ronald?
I think someone else will be doing that as well. They would have been learning off Amanda as well.
Apparently Paul Mitchell's looking after that as well, the ladies team.
That's
so
good.
Expect some bigger signings through the door as well. You know?
Absolutely.
When we got the likes of Demi Stokes through the door, that's a hell of a signing. So there's more to come. And hopefully we can mount a challenge to get to the WSL next season. It'd be lovely to do it.
Totally, yes, I believe so.
Lisa's Ratcliffe, Ratface, the slinky kid. He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I really, really can't stand that bloke.
Neither can I.
No. Will they get into the WSL? Well, there's a chance, Ronald. I mean, if we do what depends how we do in the championship, how we start off. If we get off to a cracking start in the championship, who knows? Be absolutely fantastic, though. Be a hell of an achievement. 3 promotions in a row. And then we can mix it with the big people, the big clubs. Foxy says Aroa won EFC Champions League not long ago, 22. They have a decent Brazilian forward, Thiago Santana. Really solid record score for that level. Okay, that sounds good. Also, they're quite a decent side, but that's not bad. You want sides that are going to test you in pre-season, really. I mean, I know the whole game was a bit of a, and I know we played a 3rd division team in Germany behind closed doors where Isak scored. So, yeah. Lawrence says, also seen when the games for Sunderland and Durham, both games versus Sunderland, or when the men are on international break. Fantastic. Do you know what it is? I reckon the Sunderland game will be at St James's Park. It's got to be.
I believe it will be as well.
Yeah. It'll be brilliant, that. And hopefully the Durham game will be at St James's as well, I think.
I believe so.
Ronald says it would be great for them to get some TV money too. Yeah, you never know. I mean, if we're playing Sunderland, that might even get televised.
Could well do.
Lawrence has looked at the squads for both teams we play. Don't recall seeing any of them play, but I think I'll have packed some of them on my FUT in the past.
FIFA Ultimate Team.
Paul Gallan's Budgie. Please send help. He won't stop cutting his toenails and talking about NFTs. Jesus Christ, Mason. Tom, say what you like about Ashworth, but he wanted to go to Man United and Jim fixed it for him. Now we'll get a Jim will fix it badge. Oh, he certainly will, all right.
Yep.
Certainly did. He certainly did fix it for him, didn't he? And yeah. Jim will fix it for you, all right. I mean, yeah, Ashworth wanted to go. But, best thing to do, get rid of Ashworth, wasn't it? I mean, are you surprised we've got someone like Paul Mitchell in, considering who we were mentioned with?
Well, I think he's done well at other clubs he's been at, so I can't see why he can't do it with us. But I think it was a great appointment. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is as well, Pete, a lot of people are saying Eddie Howe was banking on Dougie Friedman coming in because that was the one he wanted to work with. And I reckon when Paul Mitchell come in, he was a bit like, oh, okay, he's going to take over stuff. But again, it's what people are saying. It's rumours, isn't it? That's not me, says Mason. Yokohama FM, part of the City Group. They have a couple of decent Brazilians too. Reached the most recent EFC Champions League final, but lost to Hernan Crespo's Alain. They recently sacked Harry Kuehl.
Okay.
I thought I saw Ratcliffe this morning, stood in the field like a scarecrow. Jesus Christ. Was Ashworth not emailing Jim as soon as he joined Man U? He was emailing him before then, wasn't he? Because, the emails come out about that, didn't they?
What a snake.
Yeah, absolutely. Why would you do that? Why? But if Ashworth wants to go to Man United, let him go to Man United. We can do better than him, and we did do better than him, didn't we? So What did we, who did we get in replace? Paul Mitchell, an even better director of football. Do you think he'd done a lot for us, to be honest with you, Pete? Dan Ashworth. I mean, he did do some good bits, like bringing Isak in and Tonali.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But to doing things like that, no.
No, absolutely not. I'm just going to put something on screen in one moment. But yeah, but there was emails going around with Ashworth. Are you watching any of the preseason games in Japan, Pete, on stream or?
Fortunately, I'll be working.
Well, there's one on Wednesday and one on Saturday, isn't there?
Well, Wednesday I'll be in. I'll not get to see the Wednesday one because I'm at work in the office. Saturday, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get to watch the Saturday one. I think it's at 8:30 in the morning or something. It's on.
Oh well, 8:30.
I think it is. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that one, Pete.
No, Lawrence says it's a 1 p.m. kickoff.
What, on Saturday?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so that must be 8 p.m. at night in Japan time then. Oh well, that's not too bad then, is it? Right, let me get this picture up on screen for you, and just bear with me, guys, and I will get this on the screen for you. And then it should come on screen. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do by share. Right. While I do my share screen, there we go. And this was when Dan Ashworth was welcomed by Mr. Ratface Ratcliffe.
Oh God, it's something funny, isn't it?
And this is when he got presented with the badge.
Oh God.
Would have said to Dan Ashworth, come and sit on my knee.
Oh God. Oh. Oh my God.
But then you can imagine, couldn't you? Dan Ashworth sits on his knee and you'll see, oh, I felt a lump there. Oh, that's just my cigar.
Oh, fuck.
You like that one, Pete, do you?
Yeah, I do.
That's good, that, isn't it? Let's go into some. Yeah, he's mostly got youth team players, yeah. Does anyone know what's happening with Anthony Gordon? I think, look, he's on holiday, Splat. Hi, by the way, Splat. He's on holiday, but I think we'll offer him a new bumper contract, and I think I don't think he'll go. I don't think he'll go.
No, neither do I.
Oh, cheers for that, Lawrence. Yeah, the website says 11 may have changed.
Well, yeah. There you are, then.
St. Peter not able to watch Wednesday, but we're on Saturday, 1 p.m.
There you are.
Yeah, I can't watch it on Wednesday. That's a shame because but there again, it's because it's the time of Japanese. Do you remember when the World Cup was in Japan and Korea? I think the Brazil and England game
yeah,
the games 8 o'clock in the morning.
7, 8 o'clock in the morning, weren't they?
Yeah. Lee says Brighton fans were right about Ashworth the snake, yeah. Lol, says Ronald. Ian says, yeah, a bit of confusion about the second game. Some say 11, some others say 1 p.m. And Lisa, spot on Tony, laughing. Fabrizio Ruffiad says, Fabrizio reporting that Pavlovic deal in place for the Serbian centre-back to join the AC Milan for around 18 million. So if we are in for Chow, things might happen, providing he wants to come. Yeah, they may do. Ratcliffe fixed it for him to milk a cow.
Blindfolded.
Sausage probably looks like that one on the pics on Friday night. Lawrence says was only 3 during the World Cup, but imagine trying to get on your work after losing out to Brazil in the morning. Yeah. I was off work that day. I think was on holiday, or I think so. I know when I'm trying to think which World Cup it was now, or was it Euros? No, I think it was the World Cup in South Africa.
Yeah.
I think in at work we got the TV out at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the game or something. I can remember. I think it was that one anyway. Very good evening. Does anyone know what there we had man lifts in Rushcliffe? Famous horse of future. Chow agent just poured cold water over the transfer. Yes, he has, Kenny. He's said it's a bit wide of the mark at the moment, but there again, who knows? Things like this can be resurrected so quickly, and you never know. Remember leaving school early to watch us beat Slovenia in that World Cup. Yeah. I remember the 2014 World Cup. That was the most disappointing World Cup. Went out in the group stages, didn't we? 0-0 against Costa Rica. Oh.
Lost to Italy, lost to Uruguay. And a ball-fest draw against Costa Rica, and we finished bottom of the group.
Absolutely terrible that was. And that was under Hodgson, wasn't it?
Yep, White.
And then we went to the 2016 Euros and got beat off Iceland in the second round. And then he come out and said, "Oh, by the way, I resign now." Yeah, good.
Good, yes.
Go. The famous horse of YouTube says about this crypto and all these craps. JJ says, "Hi guys, if Man U can build a 100k stadium, so can we." Foxy says, "Prime Suarez destroyed us that day." Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Vampire. Ozzy was good with his teeth, wasn't he? Do you remember when he got sent off in the World Cup for handing the ball on the lane?
I can't remember that.
Do you not remember that? It was extra time. I think it was the last minute of extra time. And the ball was going in, and he put his hand out and stopped it going in. Obviously got sent off for it.
I can't remember that, actually.
Yeah. And I think Musiala saved the spot kick. I think Musiala saved... I think it was against Ghana or Nigeria. I can't remember which team it was now. It might be Ghana, it might be Nigeria. I can't remember now. No, he didn't. He didn't save it. It went over the bar or hit the bar. Ghana. There we are. Foxy's just put in Ghana. Missed the penalty and then we lost. And then lost on penalties. That's Marjan. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when he was standing on the touchline. How was he standing on the sidelines when he's supposed to be down the tunnel? Because when they missed it, he stand there going like this. I remember that. You don't remember that one, Pete?
I can't remember off the top of my head when it was. It definitely in the 2014 World Cup?
No, I don't think it was 2014. It might have been South African World Cup, I think.
All right. I'll have to have a look at that one again.
I can't remember which World Cup it was now. Yeah, I can't remember. It wasn't Belgium when we beat them.
Yes, it was two South African World Cup.
Yeah.
I can't remember that actually off the top of my head.
It was in Belgium when we beat them in the World Cup and had to keep a bit of a low profile in the bar when I was watching. The Iceland defeat may have been a blessing in disguise, not just because of Hodgson leaving, but doing us better afterwards. And then that led to the Mackhams losing Big Sam and going down.
Yep.
Yeah. apparently you're not allowed to build a bigger stadium than Wembley. No, you're not allowed to. No.
Nope.
You can't be bigger than the National Stadium. How about ship window, ship player, says Tiger.
Hopefully we get some
Suarez learned how to bait from Gallant to Rushcliffe with the Nottingham Nashers.
Oh, God.
Boxy Garner missed the penalty, yeah. Remember the Suarez incident versus Garner 7 months before he went to Liverpool. Also read in Matchmag about him biting the player when playing at Ajax. He did, yes.
He's done that 3 times, isn't he?
He picked Chiellini as well, didn't he? On the shoulder.
It was Ivanovic at Chelsea against Chelsea.
Yes. Ex-Sunderland forward, Massimo Jean. This Chow pursuit reminds me of Botman pursuit. Messi on and off constantly. Let's hope for a similar outcome. We need signings, yeah.
Hope be well.
2010 South Africa.
It's Paul or Kyle, Magpie 24/7. Hope you're keeping well, guys.
Besides, how can they build a 100k stadium when they can't fix a hole in their roof? Absolutely, Kenny. Is that just an England thing? He wants taxpayers to build for it. Yeah, exactly. He's not We're not doing it. Why should the taxpayers pay for that? He's got money. Do it himself. He makes a lot of money out of Ineos, so go and do it yourself.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so there's not a lot we can really say in transfers or anything because we just don't know what's going on. But I guess we'll wait and see. There's still plenty of time for the window, so don't fret, guys. Don't fret and don't worry about it. It'll all come good in the end. Ratman's auditioning for Oliver Fagan. Whoops, he is Fagan. Suarez used to go to the big bite for his lunch. JJ says some fans say we won't fill it. It's future proof. If West Ham can roll 80k, but it's configured for 66, yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? I think even if we had an 80,000 seater stadium, we would fill it. We would fill it, absolutely.
Yeah, we would.
Absolutely would do. But there'll be a lot of corporate tickets in that one as well, won't there? When we get a bigger stage, So that's the way football goes nowadays. Right, guys and girls, we're coming to the end of the show, but it's been a cracking show. Pete, do you want to let people know where they can find you and what you've got coming up?
Down there, PD Proudlock again. Thanks so much for getting us to 2,200 subscribers. Really, really appreciate that. Continue subscribing to help us grow even further. Next scheduled live show, not so sure yet so far. Of course, the next PD's live show again will be on Saturday again. Other than that, I'll have to think of something what else we can do. If there's any pre-recorded videos that I do as well, in case there's interesting things to report on, there will be things like that as well. So down there, PD Proudlock.
Yeah. Thanks, Pete. Kenny says, have the Wags gone to Japan? I don't know. Might have gone for a bit of shopping, maybe. Great show, guy, says Ian. So at the moment, I'm not sure what I've got coming up. Magpie 24/7, it's Paul. Yeah, mate, doing well. Enjoyed the pre-season game versus Hull. Can't wait for the new season with that proper football back and that ballfest with England national football is down on its feet. Yeah, I mean, look, Magpie 24/7, I agree. I mean, look, if Southgate attacked that final a bit better, we would have beat Spain, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If he just threw all his attacking players on, went for it, if we'd gone for it and even lost that game, people would have said, well, at least we've gone for it. But the fact we just sat back and done sod all, we didn't deserve it. See you later, says Tom. See you later, mate.
Yeah, Tom.
Ruffiad says Pavlovic, player on Tuesday after medical. RB Salzburg received 18 million fixed plus add-ons of around 2 million euros. Nice one. Spot on short. Cheers, mate. See you later, lads. Good show. Cheers, Magpie.
Cheers,
George says, top show as always. Chaps, cheers, George. Take care. All excellent shows always, says Splat. Cheers, mate. Gareth Who, says Andrew. And smash the like button, folks. Thank you very much, George, as well. Yeah, so if you're on either channels, just go onto either one and smash the likes on each channel if you don't mind. That'd be fantastic. As I say, I don't know what I've got coming up next, but anyway, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, which I'm sure you will have done, then please do smash the like. It does help the channel search, and it means new viewers find it more easily. And also, if you are brand new to the channel, come and hit the subscribe. It is free to do so, and hit that bell notification. That will tell you when I'm live, have any pre-records or any upcoming shows as well. So do keep an eye out for that. As I say, I put out a pre-record on Saturday, and had over 1,100 views for that as well. So fantastic for everybody viewing it. And I'm sure people who haven't watched this live will watch it on catch up as well, as they generally do. John says, great show, guys. See you soon. Yeah, you too, mate. Take care. But look, let's get these pre-season games out of the way. Let's get back to the business of the new season, and we can't wait for it to start. At home to Southampton, and look, there'll be lots to go on through the season. There'll be your pre-matches with me. There'll be we'll have match reactions. So look forward to that, and I may even do half-time videos. So I may do a little half-time live, maybe for 15 minutes or whatever, when the teams come back out, and then we'll go off. But so there may be those as well. But look, but do remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white, as I always say after every video. Until then, I will see you later. It's How Are the Lads.
How are the lads?